What in God's name is going on in here?
Doing it, man. Episode 57, man. Back in it. Everybody's in the house, man. Full house. Yeah. 4 horsemen back together, man. It's all back in, man.
Boom.
57. Got any 57s, anybody?
57 Chevy.
Yeah, he beat me to it. 57 Chevy. And then you had...
All right,
Yeah,
so
somebody else, too.
so 57. Here we go. Johan Santana. He was a pitcher for the New York Mets. He's the greatest pitcher that will never be in the Hall of Fame. The reason I say that, for 3 years in a row, he led the league in strikeouts. 2 of those 3 years, he won the Cy Young Award.
Oh, yeah.
Injuries caught up to him. Never finished his career.
Crap.
Injuries will do that to you.
Never finished his career.
Vinnie knows about that, right?
Vinnie
knows about
that.
injuries. Getting tossed around and shit, dude.
Oh.
Getting
So
tossed
the
around.
best pitcher that'll never be in the 57. He wore 57.
Good.
New York
Nice,
Mets.
dude.
Heinz 57.
Heinz
Hey,
57.
there we go.
Yeah. Hit, when you're pouring that bottle,
Hey, that or A1.
hit that 57 when you're pouring it.
Did you like it?
The
You
57?
like it?
I liked 157. I didn't like
Kinda
A1.
tangy.
I don't like A1.
57, man. You gotta hit that. And then,
Glass bottle.
Yeah,
Ketchup,
you gotta
ketchup.
hit the shoulder of the
Yeah.
bottle. Yeah.
and then that looks bad though. That looks bad. That looks bad. Anyway, 57, man. And then he beat
Yeah.
me. Johnny beat me to it. So, but I am gonna add the original cost for a 1957 Chevy was $1,741. $1,700.
1,000.
That was a
700.
good investment if you just bought one.
Yeah, because now it's probably worth what 60, 70 if
Yeah.
it's done right. I
Yeah.
think If
That's
it's
not
done
even
right.
that's not even a down payment on a vehicle now.
$1,700. That ain't shit.
That's not even a down payment.
I mean, that's amazing.
Gee.
You fact checking me over there? Was that right?
The
Bel Air.
The Bel Air.
Well, the one I picked was just, I guess, the basic model. I
You
don't
know,
know.
I think they even had a
Oh, now, okay,
special
yeah.
package that was a fuel injected package back then. Way back then.
Really?
Yes.
Hey, you know what's funny about that? Like, I saw this deal, and they were talking about luxury features on vintage vehicles.
Mhm.
I did not realize how far back electric windows went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy had a
AC
'66 Buick Electra, and it had electric everything in it.
Isn't that crazy?
Windows, everything in 1966.
They didn't move that good when they got old though.
No.
Shove it, shove it. You had to push the button and shove it down at the same
It
time.
was so much faster. Just to
Yeah,
do
just
that.
give me the
man.
crank.
Hey, as long as it had the ashtray behind the seat, we were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
The
go.
ashtrays in the back.
It's fairly recent that they got rid of the punch lighter, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't have that anymore, do
No.
they?
They don't have it
More
anymore.
lighters,
No,
yeah.
but like it was, you could get that on a vehicle up until like what?
Hard to light your cig off
2010
of that
maybe?
USB, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. What is it? But you can now with the things, right? They plug in, right? The vapes, they plug in, don't they?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
charge
go.
your,
Yeah.
you charge
The
your
vape.
vape on the USB,
On the
instead
USB.
of having a cigarette lighter.
There you go.
Cigarette lighter.
Man,
Cigarette lighter, man. You used to like punch it in or whatever. I mean, I get it. I get that it's not there anymore because people used to light shit on fire
It
all
was
the
red
time. or
hot,
whatever.
man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You threaten people with
It's like a
those.
stovetop.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
But it blew me away, like how far back like electric features went. You know, like the electric window. I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
it was
Good shit.
it was something like in like 50s, 40s or 50s or something like that. Like the
You got,
first electric like windows in a car. It was. I mean, it was
in
crazy to
the
think about.
in the
40s. Look at that.
yeah,
1940. A
electric power
1940
windows,
Packard.
Wow.
power windows, yeah.
Power
in the,
windows, dude.
In the 49 here, the 49 the Cadillac we got, man. They have these little contraptions there. It's like you pull it out. It's like underneath the dash. You pull it out. Got these little vents that open up, and you can let air in through there. Because I don't think there was that one. I guess was a
It,
base
it
model.
didn't come, or
That-
did it come air conditioned original or not?
Well, that particular model didn't have it, but it's cool how these little vents they had, and then there's a little back window. Like when you're sitting in the back seat, there's a little
Yeah.
triangle window, and because the
Yeah.
windows don't go down, but the little triangle thing goes down. and-
With the lever that you move or whatever, and then you push it
Hey,
out.
Those old trucks, Ford held
It's
onto
in a
that
truck.
triangle
It's
window
an
for
old
a
truck,
while,
yeah.
but that window would cool you off.
Oh, would.
Yeah, it does.
You turn it just right.
My
Yeah.
son uses it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Depends on how hot
Yeah.
you get.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it'll cool you off.
Oh yeah, dude.
Hey, roll that window.
Yeah, man. Just to hit on something else that we've been hitting on, I kind of just want to keep get it to the ones of listeners. Regional 52 days coming up, man. So when this drops on May 1st, this one drops on May 1st. So May 2nd, follow us. If you follow us make sure you follow us on the TikTok there. We're gonna go. We'll go live on the TikTok. We're gonna give away some stuff. Give away some merch that we have, some T-shirts and some buttons and whatnot, stickers for that. So Give us a follow on May 2nd. Check us out. It's 52 regional 52. We're not that big yet. It'll be National 52 Day eventually, but right now it's just the regional 52 days.
There you
So
go.
check us out May 2nd, dude, on the TikToks. So just to kind of warm us up, I wanted to get that out early because towards the end, people like check out towards the end because we ramble like assholes. So at the end, I didn't want to save it for the beginning. So
Yeah.
anyway, but yeah, that
Don't,
57.
don't tag it at the end of a 3-hour episode.
No, don't do that. You can't do that, man. People will be checked out by halfway.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
They'll be done. But yeah, regional 52 Day. Check us out TikTok. They haven't banned us yet, dude. The government's still letting us have the TikTok there. I want it. They can kiss my ass. I want my TikTok. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do, dude. This is my
We'll see how long
it's
it
my
lasts.
phone. This is my phone.
All of China loves you for
Oh
that.
yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I don't give a shit, man. It's my phone. I'm gonna do what I want. Government can kiss my ass, dude. Anyway, I wanted to jump onto Starry, man. I don't know if you guys have heard of this before. I just heard about it because I was watching the NBA playoffs today, watching some playoff stuff, and I saw this commercial, man, and it said Starry, and it said it hits different, and I was like, man, this is it's weird to see where.
We're talking about the Sprite alternative.
Yeah, they took over Sierra Mist. It's the Pepsi's answer to 7 Up and Sprite. But to me, I think what it is, it's funny to see as I was looking at this, and it's funny to me to see how the new generation is taking over marketing. It's just like their slogan, Starry, it hits different. It's just very, it's a younger vibe thing. It's just, and it's cool, and I like I looked at their social media, and it's very, very bright. It's very fast paced. It's really cool shit, man. So. But yeah, I used to took over Sierra Mist. The numbers were down for like 2-3 years, man. So they had to switch it up. Did something different, man. For the
It's not like the Sprite remix, is it?
no. This is apparently it's
Bunch of hip hop cats. Trying
oh no,
to
that's
know
what
the
that's
remix.
there it is. That's some of the ads there. Some of the ads. It's very like I said, they know they're different. They're doing a demo, and then I appreciate it. They know what they're doing. Just like some other folks, they forget who their demographic is. So
I'm trying to.
and
I'm
then
trying
they
to
get,
imagine
Kid Rock takes care of that. But anyway,
I'm, I'm trying to imagine like this marketing plan
Hmm?
with like early Coca-Cola,
yeah, dude,
like in the what I don't know when
like Bill
I don't know.
Cosby and shit.
Yeah.
It hits different.
It hits different.
With Bill Cosby, it hits different for sure, dude. For sure, them pills hit different with Bill Cosby, man. But no, I'm just saying, like,
What happened?
it's different time, man. It's a different time,
Why are
man.
my pants unzipped?
Yeah, dude. It was hitting
Starry.
different, man. But-
Starry Lemon Lime.
But they're smart, man. They introduced right away, and
dirty.
Yeah.
it's interesting because right away they hit up with the zero, a zero thing, a zero
Yeah.
sugar, 0 calories shit, and that's smart to do that kind of shit, man. Because a lot of people are doing that shit now with the, diets and
Do you
whatnot,
think-
bullshit.
Do you think that this was okay? Blanket question. I actually don't know this, so blanket question: is this like actually just Sierra Mist, like rebranded?
No, they actually it's a really
It's a new thing?
It's a new
new
recipe.
Coke.
Okay.
New
Okay.
recipe.
Coke.
New recipe.
So that's
But
what you asked for now at Taco Bell instead of Sierra Mist, huh?
Yeah. Starry.
Starry.
Starry, man.
What's the Taco Bell exclusive?
Starry.
Baja Blast.
Baja Blast.
that's it. They
Yeah,
got that-
Mountain Dew
it's the
Baja
shit.
Blast.
It's
Really?
tasty.
You
dude.
like it?
It's fabuloso-ish, but it's okay. Dude. I don't mind it, dude. It tastes good, man.
It does,
It's good. I
doesn't
like it. I do like it though.
Not
It's
that I
good.
drink Fabuloso or anything.
You
You smell it.
yeah.
Smell.
Yeah.
You get
Here
that
it
little
is.
taste in
Here
your
we
mouth.
go. We're getting to the nitty gritty here.
Ah,
Sierra Mist
Yeah.
was made with real sugar, while Starry
go.
uses high fructose corn syrup.
That's a downgrade.
It's a little bit of a
I
downgrade.
want sugar, man.
You would think.
That's a downgrade.
Don't pour that sugar on
I
me,
think
man.
it's a little bit of a downgrade.
But
Because that's the whole allure of getting Mexican Coke versus regular Coke, right? Is because
Real sugar
the
over-
real sugar.
Because
over
it has
Mexican-
real cane in it.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you would think it would be, okay, maybe the reason why the marketing is so good
Hmm?
is because they're saving money on the
Sugar.
product.
Yeah, they save money.
Yeah. No, it's like I said, looking at it, it's very cool. It's clean. It's hip. It's very, it's good.
Yeah.
It's great for the younger generation. I get it, man. But it was just for me. It just kind of dawned on me. It's just like it's interesting. Like that generation that was that was below us is kind of now they're in charge of marketing and doing things. Just like I said, just like I was being a dipshit, but I'm saying, but like the Bud Light, that was a younger guy. That was a younger person that was in charge of their
And look where that got him.
marketing and shit. And it's whatever, man. I mean, it's to each their own, man. But you got to know who you're selling to. You got to know who the people you're selling to.
Yeah,
Right.
you have to
And
know
you
your
know, and
market base.
That's a good point. You can't target everyone.
No. Can't make everybody
You
happy.
can't.
No, can't. It's not a good idea. It's not
You're gonna
smart.
piss somebody off.
Yeah. And like I said, after reading, because I know everybody's drugged this horse to the, beat it to death already about the Bud Light shit. But
Yeah.
it's just it's just the thing. It's just disappointing to see uh, when you're behind a big company like that and the people you got working for you uh, to say the things that they say, like to talk about your demographic that way. That you have a certain demographic and they give it a certain name. And it's like
Yeah.
that's not what you're not supposed to. I guess you're not supposed to. I don't know. You're not
As
supposed to pick and choose and talk shit about your certain. Your customers should be all 11. It should be a level playing field, man. You shouldn't talk shit about them. But anyway,
So
that person's been removed since at the Bud Light thing. That person, that's the person that is in charge there, the VP there.
Fired.
they removed.
Yeah, they
her?
removed that. They removed her. Yeah.
Wow.
Dude.
But and the thing about it is, and I get both sides of the thing. I know that can they did, it wasn't for the public. It wasn't going to go out to the public. It was just made for that person. They made it for, and I get it. But I know people get rubbed wrong. And
Wait, so you'll have to excuse my ignorance here, but like Bud Light caved to the whole like
No,
backlash, or
well,
are they just pretending like they didn't?
I mean, they were taking a big hit, so they had to get that.
They did something different.
Yeah,
Big
they had to
hit.
get- yeah,
Big,
they
big
take a
hit.
big hit. And people they'll say, no, well Bud Light makes a lot of money. Yeah, they do make a lot of money, but you can't take that kind of.
Hey,
You can't.
I was at a work related conference last week, and this is just one entity there, but several hundred people come to town, and they have events planned, and some of those events are after hours events with alcohol involved.
Yeah.
They made it a point to buy no Anheuser-Busch products.
Huh? That makes sense. I get it. People
I
have.
mean, that's just one event.
Big hit.
Yeah.
So I mean,
How many events
that's
did that?
over
You
and
know what I
over
mean?
and over. Right? How many
Yeah.
events did that?
And some folks might not even be. It's not even some folks do it because of, um, what the. I'm trying.
There's probably other investors that are involved with Anheuser-Busch, and they probably just dropped out too. So they lost a lot.
Yeah.
Not just money, but they lost investors and sponsors, and they just lost a lot.
I wonder, do you know if Post Malone said anything about it? Because I know he's a big like.
No, I know. I know he
Bud
made
Light.
a. I know he made a. What's that place he made in Utah? He made a new canes. It's nice though. It's just pink and shit's out there in Utah where he lives at. He
Okay.
designed his own canes from the ground up, like inside and out, and
Really?
very cool, man.
I
It's
didn't
very
know
cool.
about
Like
that.
Post Malone's, but yeah, I haven't heard anything
He's
on
a
it.
Canes guy, huh?
Oh, he's a canes guy because they didn't have one where he was at in Utah. They didn't have one out there, so he made one out there, and that's
What?
his canes out there, man. The very own design there. But no, I'm
Yeah,
saying, but that
dude.
guy, as far as I know, he's on a whole nother planet, man.
I like
Post
this.
Malone's on a whole
I
nother
like this chicken so much.
I'm gonna make
I want to
one.
make my own.
I'll make my own
That's-
shop.
That's
you know?
totally something
No,
you
that
would
goes
do,
like
though.
you say that, but
Yeah.
Rick Ross, he owns freaking Wingstops. It's just
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
investment.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Big money, man.
That's
Big money.
yeah.
It's big
like,
money, man.
I
You
just
can't go wrong
I
with
know
food.
Post Malone was sponsored by Bud
Yeah.
Light or whatever, and he had like, he was always like pushing the product and stuff. I wasn't sure if he had anything to say about it or.
No, he haven't really. It kind of
Yeah.
is pretty quiet about it. I wish
Probably
I could.
smart. That's probably
Oh
smart.
yeah, yeah, and for me, like I said, I respect it. I respect whatever they want to do, but I'm just saying, like, there was this one line from I was going through social media, reading things, articles about Elvis and shit. I'm a big Elvis guy. On top of being a big Jew cat, big Elvis guy now. So the Elvis thing,
Cat.
yeah. So Elvis, there was this thing, and I was looking at this press conference he was at. It was like right in his Vegas days, at this height of his Vegas days, and the reporter asked him. She asked him, what's your thoughts on the war or whatever that's going on? He's like, hey, I'm just an entertainer. I'm here to sing.
Uh-huh.
She goes, well, what do you feel about other entertainers? What should they have an opinion? He goes, they can do whatever they want. I'm just saying what I'm not going to talk about. I'm here to sing.
Have you ever seen the Johnny Carson clip of his interview where he talked about being the late night host,
Mhm.
and they asked him about being political?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he cracked political jokes,
Sure.
but he was real big about we don't try to push a message. He
Yeah.
didn't want to be a part of trying to
No.
push a message. He goes, I'm just here to entertain
Yeah.
and make people laugh.
Sure.
It's you, and I think that's what turns people off, and that's why late night shows have
It's bad.
tanked.
Yeah.
They're tanked
yeah, for sure.
because
Yeah.
they're agenda shows
Yeah.
instead of
Make me laugh.
yeah.
Make me laugh,
Yeah.
man. That was back in the day. And that's what I was watching. Listen to a shit ton of Joe Rogan. And that's what all the common denominator in all those shows that he has with these folks. They talk to all these people from different genres of things, entertainment, and they all say the same thing. Is like back then you wanted to get on Johnny Carson, you wanted to get on that couch,
That
you
was the
wanted
ticket.
that was the thing.
Yeah.
Once you made it to there, you're gonna make it. You had sky was the limit, man.
That was
Yeah.
the platform.
Yeah, and then
That's exactly right. Yeah.
like
yeah.
now nobody wants to touch those shows. Nobody wants to go because it's scripted. It's just sit here answer these questions and just play nice.
Is in itself political. Like going on a certain talk show as opposed to another talk show is more or more like more or less political depending on which one you're going on, whatever. And that's why you see all of these other that's why you see all these talk shows going to like little side shows or side gigs that they do off of that show. Like James Corrigan, whatever. He had, his
Singing shit.
has his talk show, or whatever. But now it's the
Singing in the cars
carpool
and shit,
karaoke.
yeah.
You know, really, to
It's a separate show now.
for us, what we do here, that's why we're so wildly popular out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's because of what we do.
It's the hard hitting issues.
It's the way that we do it.
We started this whole thing with the thought that eventually Ralph Macchio would listen to this show,
You come aboard.
and
Damn it.
He hadn't made it yet. Hadn't made it. He hadn't made it yet. Yeah.
and now you know.
Yeah.
It's-
No, it's interesting, man. Like I said, it's interesting to see what's going on in the marketing and shit like that. It's just it was cool to see that it's different. It's just weird to see how that new generation's coming up and they're doing. They're in TV now. and
yeah,
shit.
and like back to the Starry thing. Marketing is everything. It honestly, at the risk of sounding like a sellout, like the product doesn't really mean anything
You're
anymore.
right. If it's cool to have that can in your hand, it doesn't matter.
doesn't matter what's in it.
And to be fair to Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch,
Yeah.
they hit home run after home run on marketing. I mean, over the years, the Real Men of Genius commercials,
Yeah.
hilarious. All of you would wait
the
for the
frogs?
Super Bowl or something, and you would know that the different commercials that were going to be good, the Budweiser was going to be
Budweiser,
one
yeah.
of them, right?
It's Budweiser.
So I mean, they
the
you know,
Clydesdales, the frogs,
Yeah, the Bud Bowl.
Real Men of
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, they had so
I think that's why this resonates with people and it's entertaining to people because it's
Yeah.
such a misfire on their part, right?
Yeah.
Wrong
But
direction.
you know they had cross dressers back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On their commercials. Remember
Yeah.
that?
That was the old commercials. Remember they had gosh, what was his name? Euchre?
Oh, Bob Euchre.
Bob
Yeah.
Euchre.
Yeah.
And the big guy is a black guy, right? What was his name? I don't know. But all those guys, they were in those commercials over and over, and they were funny, and they pushed the issue a little bit
Yeah.
on things.
Yeah, man. Just it's times are that
Starry.
porch, man. That front porch. Man.
Yeah.
Pissing him on that front porch.
Not
Yeah.
It kind of makes you wonder, and I know we need to move off. of this,
Go ahead.
but, like,
Go ahead.
I don't want to run it in the ground,
No,
but
no,
like,
no.
it kind of makes you wonder, like, how shitty can something be that you can still sell to the public? And I'm not saying that Starry is shitty. I'm not saying
No.
like whatever, but like how important is marketing in relation to the actual product?
Yeah.
That's a genuine question. I really honestly don't know like the answer to it. but, like,
Sometimes clothing is a good example of that, right? I mean, there's just something that's, it's a hoodie
Yep.
that's has some design on it that's no different than any
Yeah.
other hoodie, but if
It's,
it's a cool one
People
to have,
sit in a conference room and come up with these ideas, and that's what works.
Yeah.
Throw it on the wall, see what sticks.
Yeah.
That's gonna
Spaghetti.
work.
Spaghetti will stick. It's
That's a good
cooked
point.
Right. It's cooked right.
Good point.
The other thing was, shit, I lost it. It's just like water. I don't fuck with water, but because this can's cool, I'll drink it, man.
Yeah,
Liquid Death, by the way.
It's
I'll
a
drink that.
badass can, dude.
And then the other one is this new one I'm getting into is the Aha. That's pretty cool too. That one tastes really good.
What's
Well, yeah.
by the way, what's your favorite Liquid Death?
This so far the lime one is the best.
The green
The
one?
lime's my best, and then I'm digging this Aha the watermelon. Money.
Okay.
The watermelon one is really good, man. It's
I'm a
very
sucker
refreshing.
for the black Liquid Death.
Oh the
Plain
bubbles,
sparkling.
yeah, spicy one. Yeah,
Plain
it's good shit,
sparkling,
man.
Spicy.
Spicy's good, man. What else? Dude, I was gonna hit on that. Oh yeah, we were talking about movies, and I was thinking about that Johnny Carson and shit, and kind of reminded me of I was watching this special on Lucy and them, man. Like I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
She was strong, man. She was smart, dude. She was a smart chick, man.
Yeah, she was.
She was hardcore, man.
Yep.
They were her and Ricky were the first to do reruns, man. They were the ones that started the rerun. That was one of the
You know why, right?
yeah. So that way, in case of well, I know they didn't do the
Why the first rerun happened? Do you know why
she
the
was
first
knocked up,
rerun?
right? Was it 'cause she
Yeah,
was knocked
yeah.
up? Yeah,
So,
pregnant, yeah.
she was pregnant, and she was
That's the PC
giving birth,
term,
yeah.
pregnant. Yeah, knocked up is the old fashioned word. Knocked
Yeah,
up is
yeah,
the
yeah.
Lucy,
Yeah,
era
yeah.
of saying pregnant. Knocked up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, they
Oh,
had that.
geez.
She was the first woman to be pregnant on TV, and then the other thing was she was what was the other one? The first Christmas special. They had that. Another one
I didn't know
was
that.
the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
Christmas.
That's
They
cool.
had a Cuban man. He was Cuban, wasn't
Yeah, dude, and they didn't want him on TV because you couldn't understand him, and they didn't want him on. They told the producer, the executive producers and shit, and people in charge, the higher ups, were like, we can't have a Cuban guy. We can't understand what he's saying. Plus, we don't want a minority on TV, so we can't have that. So, yeah, so that was just the
Really?
times. It was the times,
It
man.
was the time.
It was the times, and then
They were pushing the envelope.
oh yeah, dude, they didn't give a shit back then.
Like the narrative was that
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't believable.
Yeah, you couldn't do it. You
Wow,
should be
dude,
ripping her off, not marrying her. He should be picking her pocket, not
Right.
fucking
Yeah.
getting married.
Well, to be fair, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
No, it didn't work out. He was he was a handful.
They were right.
He was a handful. Yeah, he was a handful. He was a handful, man.
In retrospect,
it didn't work. But
The pundits were correct.
in the end, they were right.
Dude,
But-
that's so funny, dude.
But before that, before when they were recording TV shows, man, they did all the shows, the sitcoms and stuff were shot in New York, and Ricky and them or Lucy and them, they were the ones that first originally started in L.A. So everything got taken from L.A. and the industry started in the L.A. scene then. After that, because
Yeah.
they were the ones that were the groundbreakers for that.
But he was working at a club also. It wasn't just a show. It was like he had his own little.
Yeah, he was a
own
singer,
little
yeah.
club.
He
Cabana-
owned
Cabana
like
Club.
2 clubs.
Yeah,
didn't
he owned 2 clubs.
Yeah.
And then their
Drum.
dude,
Yep.
their Desi Lou Productions, man, brought you shows like Dick Van Dyke, and there was a couple other things. I can't remember what the other shows were, but Dick Van Dyke was one of their bigger shows that they.
That was the indies before it was indie.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
They were cashing in and raking in on that money.
Yeah. So, but they were just big time, man. Just kind of think about Johnny Carson made me think about that, and when I was reading about Lucy and him.
Like old Carson episodes, man. Those are really cool. Just sit back and watch.
For sure, man. He
It's
was
fun.
good.
It's funny to see his reaction to like different people because that was like back in the day when it like you didn't have to, it was there was not this like threat of what I say is going to come back to get me. So like it felt like everything was a little bit more genuine, and like people would come on or whatever, and like the things he would say would be a little bit more like from the heart,
Yeah,
or,
it
like,
was
off
more
the
comedy.
cuff,
He would like hit you, like rib you or something, but hit you with some comedy, and your guest would be like, "Oh, what do I do?"
yeah.
But
There was no threat
because-
of
yeah.
like something coming back.
Well, that's
to
the
you or
difference.
whatever.
Is it was water cooler talk at the most the next day. It wasn't a post that was shared 10,000 times
That's
a
exactly right,
second,
yeah.
right?
It wasn't, they
So-
weren't trying
so-
to. It wasn't a witch hunt back then. Now it's a witch
Yeah.
hunt. Now it's just like, oh, are you done with that? When you're done, as soon as you're done with the segment, they come for you.
there's
We're gonna
a,
take it,
there's
yeah,
a
we're gonna take
mentality
it.
out there of folks, that are sitting there waiting for something to share and talk negative about.
Yeah.
Everybody wants
It's
to
a
be the
clip. They want to be the first one to
first one.
hit this and said, "Can you believe Trent said this?"
Yeah.
First one.
And
Yeah.
it goes everywhere. And,
And,
and it's just a mentality. They're it's
Doesn't
like-
that feel like
it-
so toxic?
It does. It's like a hunting mentality
Yeah.
to take somebody down or to
Like it doesn't matter the content of what you're saying. I just want to know like how are you saying it?
and
Because
and,
however you're saying it, I'm going to take it that way.
and it's like Denzel Washington said in that interview. It's not a you don't care about being correct. You just care about being first.
Oh yeah, you gotta be first.
Yeah.
Everybody's gotta be
First.
first.
Yeah.
You gotta break the news. You gotta break the news, even wrong or right. Gotta be broken first.
Did any of you guys ever watch old Nick at Night?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for sure, man.
Dude, I love that stuff.
Oh yeah,
It's
dude, that was a shit, man.
Yeah.
I used to love it.
classic.
Yeah, Three's Company was good. I like Jack. Like I said, Jack Tripper was great, man. I didn't know he was a chef. In the show, I never knew that's what he did for a living. He was a chef. I didn't know that. Back of the one real quick thing on Johnny Carson, dude. My favorite part of it was Ed McMahon, dude. That motherfucker would laugh at anything, dude. That dude would just yeah. He was just he was the first hype man, dude. He was the first what's his name? The clock around his neck. What's his name?
Flavor
Flavor
Flav.
Like, he was the
Flav.
first Flavor Flav, man. He was a hype guy, dude.
Yeah.
He was always
He would laugh.
hyping it up, dude, to make it sound like
Hey,
interesting.
but Johnny wasn't paying him the money he needed, man. So he had to go to
Where'd he go?
Some publishing house.
Oh, you know, he did that. And then
Yeah.
also did he do Dancing with the Stars, or not Dancing with the Stars, but the Star Search.
Star Search.
Search,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he was a
Hey man, he had to make
Hey,
extra
Star Search
income.
was big, dude.
dude. Timberlake was on there.
That
Justin
was
Timberlake was on there.
big.
Hey, what was the name of the band leader on the Johnny Carson show? Do you remember?
I do not.
Doc Severinsen.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, dude, I was gonna hold on a
I figured
second.
you'd spit it
Yeah,
right
I was
out.
Going, I was going
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You should see Justin Timberlake on Searching for the Stars. He had a cowboy hat on. He looked awesome, dude. He looked real good.
What?
He looked
Beyonce
like
on
Garth
there
Brooks.
also?
Star Search.
He looked like
He was
Garth
on
Brooks.
Star Search.
Not Justin Bieber. Justin Timberlake. Was it Timberlake?
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake. He was on Star Search.
I
man.
think
He looked-
Destiny's Child was on there also.
Were they?
That's where
I think
Sawyer
There he
Brown,
is.
the
What?
the
Look at
country
him.
group, got their start.
Yep.
On there.
Look at him, dude.
Dude, look at this.
He looks good, man. Look at him, man. Fits him, man.
Oh, little Timberlake
Hell
right
yeah.
there.
Ready for a Bud Light commercial.
Oh yeah,
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 yeah.
dude. He was ready for fucking. What's that? Oh yeah, that's right. Brittany was on there before the
Brittany
crazy.
was on there?
Before the crazy kicked
that's
in.
So Star Search was basically
Another platform.
a casting call for the Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
That's where they ended
They
up.
killed it,
right?
man. Yeah, they killed it,
Star
man.
Search.
Star Search, man. That was the thing, man. Old Ed
Wow.
McMahon. Did you ever? I always wonder who won those publishing clearinghouse.
Did anyone win?
I don't think
so.
he-
I don't think so.
I just like
Hey,
taking the stamps from my grandma.
We would
think
get that
anybody
big
ever
packet
won.
in, and I was putting stamps on it.
Yeah,
I
that's
knew,
all I did,
I
man.
knew we were gonna win every time.
Stamps.
Yeah.
Just stamped everything.
Yeah.
Did he had a?
Grandma was like, "Why is there stamps on the refrigerator?" I have no clue, Grandma.
I don't know,
Stamp.
Publishers
but I ordered
Clearinghouse.
10 magazine subscriptions for better luck.
That's exactly right. Publishers Clearinghouse was the first spam mail.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Pain in the
It
ass.
was like OG spam mail.
Pain in the ass.
Big packet.
Jesus.
It's a lot of wasted paper, dude. All that shit, and you get it was just a
Dude.
lot of
Hey,
waste.
that just goes like.
I did
like-
not know Timberlake was on.
Yeah, he
Star
looked good,
Search.
man. He looked good. He needs to get that cowboy hat back.
Did you
on.
see what we
is
got from
wild.
Columbia House? Yeah, obviously, you haven't
Oh,
seen
yeah,
what
the
we got
tapes,
from
yeah, yeah.
Columbia House right here.
Yeah. Bad
All the
credit.
cassettes.
We've talked about this
Yeah.
before, but this is the best time to bring up the
Penny.
6 CDs for a penny.
Penny, man. That penny was a mother. That penny was a mother, dude. It went far, man.
What address can I put down this time?
Yeah, that's exactly right, dude.
Put the names, switch the names front and back. You know, put the first thing
Get
last.
as
switch
many
it up.
CDs as you can for a penny.
Hey, I
and
was
deal
flipping
with
through
it
the yellow
later.
pages like this, going down the line,
Just get
flipping
your
through
shit.
yellow pages.
Just get your shit,
Who's
man.
Brent Daves? He just got a bunch of
Brent.
CDs in.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah,
He just
man.
ordered so he just ordered so many Smashing Pumpkins albums.
Dude, that was good stuff, man.
Oh wow.
Good stuff, man.
Dude, that's funny.
I
That's hilarious.
trying to think what else was another scam like that. But yeah, that was good
Scam?
shit.
Or the,
Yeah,
or
scam.
the-
It's a pyramid scheme, man.
We've talked about this before too, but the Blockbuster card.
Oh yeah,
You
Bad
just
credit.
like sign
Oh,
up for a different name.
Let me say
every
this:
time.
Mary Kay.
Oh,
Does
there we go.
Does anybody still
Yeah.
buy Mary Kay?
I don't know, dude. I see a lot of them
There's
pack
still
Yes,
salesmen.
they
Cadillacs.
still sell it. There's still
No.
people that
Still
do
sell
it.
it. Yeah.
I saw a Cadillac,
Pink Cadillac.
pink Cadillac
Shit.
SUV, and I was wondering who sells that much Mary Kay.
That's a lot of lotions.
That's a lot of Bondo. A lot of Bondo, dude. It takes too much, man. It's all good, man.
Jeez.
It's a lot of work.
I saw the talking about the scams. I saw the funniest meme the other day. It was I ordered a book on how to scam someone. It's been 2 months. It hadn't come in.
Still waiting on it. Still waiting on that shit, man.
Jeez.
It was interesting. That
Yeah,
thing you
they
sent
they
us.
got me.
That thing you sent me the other day was the other day was pretty good about the Red Fox. How they made him old and how they made him walk.
Do you know
crippled
that
and shit.
I never realized that he was
young.
an old man on that
Yeah.
show?
He was-
I knew that
Yeah.
Golden Girls, the
Yeah.
the grandmother
Yeah.
was that, and
Youngest.
Mama's family,
Yeah.
but I never knew that he wasn't a really
No.
old. Like
You said they gave him heavy shoes.
Yeah.
they gave him heavy
Yeah.
shoes, and he said that he didn't become Fred Sanford, on set until he put those shoes on and he started that walk.
Yeah.
That's when he was
Yeah.
he became.
Because he was when you would see him do comedy sets, like when he would
Yeah.
not during the show, like when he was off the show and he was just in his day to day and he was doing comedy sets. Man, he looked cool.
Yeah.
Yes,
He
hey,
had
his-
a
his,
cigarette in
his
hand,
comedy wasn't seen on TV.
No.
cigarette
Yeah.
in his hand, and
Yeah.
cognac in this
Yeah.
one.
Nice shades on and shit.
Yeah,
man.
he had
looked,
those-
He looked real cool, man. He looked real
Uh-huh.
smooth, man. But playing that role, man, he was a hell of a
He
was a
did
hell
it,
of a
man.
guy.
That was a good.
That was a hell of a role, man. And then I think Lamont turned into a pastor or something like that. I think he turned to a
Did he?
reverend or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turned to a reverend. Then he passed away, and it's not recently.
Well,
young.
you knew Sam Kinison used to be a pastor.
I got a good story about Sam Kinnison
He
that
used to
that,
be
we brought
like
up.
a preacher. He was a
Why did
hellfire
he-
and
why did
brimstone
he yell
preacher.
so much?
He was
though?
hard to listen to. For
Yeah,
me.
he was.
I mean, it was too much.
It was
I could
way
take
too
him in
much.
clips. I could take him in a little bit.
Yeah.
He was always
small doses.
yelling.
Micro,
What were you gonna say?
microdoses. He was so apparently him and his wife were driving home from after a gig or something. It was late night, it's pretty late, and a drunk driver. That's how he got killed. I thought for sure he was on drugs killed him or something like that, but
Yeah.
he wasn't. He was driving home late. Drunk driver hit head on with them, and what was it? His head was still together, right? Internally decapitated. And then he was walking. He got out of the car. He said he got out of the car and he was walking. And then somebody asked him, "Or you asked him if he was okay?" He was talking to himself, and he was on the curb, sitting on the curb, talking to himself. He's like, "What do you say? I don't want to die." He goes, "I don't want to die. I don't want to die." But he was already gone. Like, but he was just the body was just going. Like he was just still alive. Like it was just like
That is
adrenaline was just
wild.
flowing, dude. But yeah, that's how he died. I thought he died of drugs. Like
Yeah.
I thought for sure.
You would think, right?
So
Yeah.
so I've heard stories just of like other comedians or whatever that would say like he was the nicest
Oh
guy.
yeah, dude. He's
Really?
cool.
He was the absolute nicest guy.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think that.
No,
like,
no,
based
no,
on
no.
like what
From
he
his
does on
stand-up?
stage.
Yeah,
His
dude,
blood
no.
pressure had to be high.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
He
but everybody said that he was like the nicest that he's so kind to everybody and like
Yeah,
just
his,
the nicest guy.
yeah, his start it went quick because too much of that, he said his start went quick. There it is. There's the wreckage.
Jesus.
It burnt out real quick, man, because he did his first comedy show. He did good, and he just turned into that rock and roll lifestyle, dude. He was partying too hard.
Yeah.
And when his second and third comedy special came out, they were just like bombs and they were duds, and he was kind of like reusing material and shit. And
Yeah.
he just kind of
funny.
yeah, he kind of just went away, and he just kind of faded out. Man, he did a few movies here and there, but like Back to School and shit like that. But he kind of just faded out after that.
Old Rodney.
He even did an album, dude. He had made a music and he had an album, I think, a full length album. But yeah, man,
To be internally decapitated.
Yeah. trip, dude.
Meaning like your shit is still like
Oh, yeah.
intact, but like
Spine.
inside it's
The spine was
Broke your neck.
Yep.
that is actually terrifying to me to think of.
you can imagine that impact, man. Like,
I'd rather just be like,
oh, take my head off.
I'm done.
Head,
I don't want to be like with it and know that like, oh, I'm decapitated. I'm fixing to die.
You
Sure,
know,
man.
oddly enough, when you say that, the old guillotine
Yeah.
from medieval times or
Yeah.
whatever. When they would execute someone, the executioner would grab the head and turn it around
Yep.
for the just in case that the head was still alive. You would see your body.
Jen, you can look this up. 12 seconds, 15 seconds, something like
the
that.
head
whatever.
still lives.
Still goes.
You can still see like like your
So-
brain is still processing it. So like you can still see your
So that's the
body
ultimate
and,
jab.
like,
That's the ultimate. Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
Right.
Take a look at the
Take a
see
look at
this.
Take a look at your
delete your history after you read after you type
her
this.
history's way her way is
Yeah,
hers like
that's true,
how to dissolve.
yeah, your history.
Her history's like how to dissolve a body and shit. And
Yeah.
FBI vans pull up.
Oh yeah. What is it?
Lime? What's lime used for?
20 seconds?
25 to 30 seconds,
Okay.
dude.
All right.
After your head's gone,
Yeah.
you can still like see and process.
Damn.
That is the most terrifying thing
Yeah.
until later in this episode.
Oh yeah. For sure.
You'll see why.
And then
See why.
and then there's the other thing that bite. I think it's from like some kind of sea animal. I don't know if it's what animal it is in the sea or in the ocean or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
It's a something. It bites you and then it paralyzes you and you're alive for like an hour or two and you're just there paralyzed, but you end up just dying. But
Jesus.
but you can feel and hear and everything, but you just
That's bad.
There's probably all kinds of sea animals. that
Oh
can do
yeah,
that
dude.
shit.
There's all kinds of shit down there, man. We
Who
don't
knows?
know.
I don't even know.
knows?
Like I feel something, man. Funny story. When I was at a resort, we went to what are they called? The notes, like where you go and swim in this this water or whatever. If I can't see the goddamn bottom,
Yeah.
I don't want nothing to do with it. But I paid money for it.
Right on.
I felt these they probably minnows or some shit touching my feet. I'm out of here. I don't even want nothing to do with this.
It was the spring of youth.
I don't know what it was, but something
It
nibbled
scared
on me and I was
scared.
gone.
That's how
I don't play that way.
That's how I feel about don't know if I want to say this out loud. But that's how I feel about jellyfish, dude. I've never been stung by a jellyfish. I'm not trying to get stung by a jellyfish.
If you get bit, I'll
It
piss
would
on
be
you.
on you.
I'll piss on you.
You gonna pee on me,
I'll
dude?
piss on
All
you.
right, all right, we're good.
No, bro. Like, okay, you say jellyfish.
I'll piss on your ass.
You say jellyfish, but sometimes you can go out into the ocean and you can feel their little tentacles, like that.
That's
I guess
fine.
that broke off or
Yeah,
whatever,
I've been stung a little
and
bit. Not
That's
bad.
terrifying to
they
me.
get all over your legs, and you're like, oh,
That is
shit,
terrifying
stings.
to me.
Yep.
It's,
I don't even want. I don't want to think about that. That is my nightmare.
not a
Like
good time.
like being in the ocean
That's like the
and
Japanese.
like something like scratching up against my leg. I don't want to.
That's like the Japanese, dude. They have. You can go to their fish market. They have all kinds of crazy ass animals, fish or whatever,
They eat all that
and
stuff.
they do. But
COVID.
some of that stuff can kill you.
Oh yeah, dude.
If not cut right.
Yeah,
You know,
if not cut right,
they
yeah,
say
that
if the-
stuff
if
will
the
kill you.
person fillets his fish and
Oh,
and
the,
hits the
yeah, it's the
poison gland or
the-
something, it kills
yeah.
you.
the tiger fish or something like that or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
I think Homer ate it. Homer
yeah.
ate it on The Simpsons. He thought he killed him. What was it called? The fuck, I forget what that fish.
But
is
isn't
called.
that crazy? These people
I think
eat.
it's a
It's like
tiger
what is it?
fish.
Is it like a delicacy?
Yeah, delicacy. I
Mhm.
mean, but still, I mean,
Oh, the new thing, all the rage over there is getting those little octopuses and eating them live, and then the octopus like grabbing onto their
So-
face.
That's what I've
Oh
heard.
yeah. I
Oh,
seen
I
that.
actually had someone last
I'm
week
out.
telling me there was someone from
saw that.
Cuba that was telling me that live octopus,
Mhm.
or not live octopus, but actually, and I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
That actually is live octopus.
Yeah.
They were saying raw octopus. They eat raw octopus.
I'm
and
good.
It marinates in this
Like
juice.
ceviche
It's never
shit?
cooked.
Ceviche.
It's kind of like
Yeah,
that. You
okay.
never cook it, and you eat
I'm
the
good.
raw octopus.
No,
I'm
that's
out.
different though, man. They were talking about this
I'm a
stuff being
pass.
alive.
You know, for me,
pass.
there's just too much other food.
Nah, I'm good.
I'll
I'm good,
pass.
man.
I'll pass.
I'm not going to say I wouldn't starve to death if it was in front of me, but there's too much other food. Why go down that road, right?
But
Yeah.
like he said, I did see the one where they like were trying to swallow like
They get the
small
chop- they
octopus.
twist it around the chopsticks, and then they shove it in their mouth.
Yeah.
and
Some
it
of those
comes
they
out.
look like they're doing it for the video, but
Oh yeah.
they look like they don't like it either.
That is disgusting.
It's the shit, man. It tries to take you out, man. It
That is
comes back out.
disgusting,
It comes
dude.
back out, man.
That's the smell bad.
Oh
too.
my god.
It's rough.
This brings me back to what Joe Rogan did on the what was the Fear Factor,
Fear
the
Factor.
show he had. There was one episode. I feel like I've talked about this in the podcast before, but the African cave dwelling spiders, and the thing was, and you can look it up. The African cave dwelling spider. They part of the episode was you had to eat one of these
But
things.
it had tusk.
Hold on. You had to eat one of these things alive.
Hmm.
And they have like pincher. Look at
Oh,
this,
yeah.
dude.
Yep,
Are you
yep, yep,
kidding
yep,
me?
yep, yep.
You had to eat one of these things alive?
I'm going ass first. I'm gonna go ass first, then then make my way to the head.
Hey,
Those dead bugs we had over here were bad enough.
Those are fun.
there is no amount of money on this planet that would make me grab that thing alive at all, period. Much less eat it. There's no way I'm putting that thing in my mouth.
I bet Joe
Dead
Rogan
or
laughed
alive.
at half
You
of
don't
those
have a
people.
price for that at all?
As God is my witness, I will do a lot of things. Eating one of those things alive is not one
Yeah,
of them.
I'm not. I could be right there with you.
I swear to God, I'm not trying to be funny. I would not do that for any amount of money.
I'll take my
I
chances.
really would not.
I'll take my
Hey,
chances.
just put some Tapatio on it. I'll be
Go
fine.
for it, dude.
All right, dude,
Dive all in.
$50,000. I do it. $50,000. I do it.
Put some Tapatio on him. He'll be
Dive
all
all
right.
in.
I do it for a smooth
Okay.
grand, dude. I do it for a grand.
I'll do it for a case of Starry.
Yeah. All right, dude. So we won't mess with that spider, Trent. We won't eat that
Not-
spider, dude. Don't mess with it.
You
Don't
know
mess
what?
with
We made this. We talked about this before. The whole buying what was it? Is like a fried tarantula or something like that.
yeah.
Or like a dead.
Yeah.
I'm not like even that like makes me like shake.
Yeah.
But
It was
for
good.
somebody to say you have to grab this moving thing
Yeah, fried is
That
much better than.
No.
that looks like a.
I got a fried story, by the way.
All right, what you got?
When we were in Japan, we went for a car show
It
and
was fried, man.
no, we were like no, everything in
Yeah.
this place was fried.
Oh, I'm sure.
So like we're in there and shout out Mo's Dollars. This guy is picky. He's a picky eater.
Yeah.
Right? If it ain't pizza,
Chicken nugget.
chicken nugget, You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
really picky.
Basics.
Yeah,
Basics only.
basics. Tacos, he ain't want. If it ain't that, he don't want it.
Yeah.
Right. So we're in Japan. Like we're over there just doing things. We're going to different spots, and our buddy takes us to this restaurant, and they fry everything, frying everything. And like, hey, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat. I even took his food off the plane if he wasn't gonna eat it. I'm eating that too. So he asked my buddy. He's like, "This is good." And he asked for Elda, "What is this?" "Oh, it's good, huh?" "Yeah, what is this?" "Oh, it's good, good."
Shit.
And then Mo looks at me, and I'm like, "It's good, isn't it?" And
So he's already eating this.
Yes.
Okay.
but we didn't know what it was. Ryota wouldn't tell us what it was. You know what I mean? Like, but it was
I'm not eating it then.
it was good.
I'm not eating it.
It was good, but we didn't know what it was.
That's mistake number one right there.
That's a bad friend.
And
Go ahead.
I told him, I was like, "Are you gonna eat it?" "Nah, man, I don't know about it anymore." "All right, let me have it." It was
Did you
Did you
it
know
was
what it
all
was?
fried.
Was it?
No,
What was it?
he wouldn't tell us.
You still don't know what it was?
No,
You know,
Hey,
hey, I had a friend that
that's a
he-
problem.
He would
dude.
always say he wouldn't eat anything. He said, "I don't eat any hidden food." You got to hang up. I said, "What's hidden food? A burrito or anything that he couldn't see?
Oh yeah.
He had to see everything."
Would he cut
Yeah,
it open
he-
and then
he-
look
yes,
at it?
He could look at. He had to. He said he wouldn't eat any hidden food. I don't eat hidden food. I was like, hidden food.
Hidden food.
But I mean, thinking back, I mean,
Is he-
that's a safe
is he-
practice, I
is he-
guess.
He likes ladies. There's a hidden food there. We
Yeah.
eat. It's always hidden.
hidden.
I eat
Oh
it.
my
But-
god!
I eat it.
Hey.
It's hidden.
He's lights on, man.
Lights on, kind of. He's got to inspect it and
He's lights on.
check it out. Well, yeah, you got to. It's hidden. I got. Sometimes I'm
Hey,
curious,
if it
man.
smells like cologne, leave it alone. If
Yeah.
it smells like fish, it's a tasty dish.
Yikes!
That was bad.
Scary. That's. I don't know. That's not a.
Hey,
I wonder the guy who wrote that
edit
motto.
that out, man.
I had
an
no
old
It
school.
went to a bad
I had
place.
an old school telling
Off
me
the
that.
rails, dude. Off the rails.
No, that's a good
I had an
motto.
old biker dude telling me that.
We're gonna make a post. It's fish. It smells like.
Okay,
fish.
you ate this though?
Wait,
What
what?
are we talking
That
about?
one? No, no.
What-
Yeah.
What you were talking about?
It smelled like cologne. I left it alone, bro.
The Japan thing?
Oh, the Japan thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, yeah, it's like, hold on, let's go back, dude. Hold on.
yeah.
The story you just told.
Oh,
like,
the Japan thing.
You
Yeah, yeah.
ate it,
I ate it.
and you still don't know what it was.
I
How
don't
was
know
that?
what it was. I could make a phone call, but it's gonna cost me.
like $2, per minute or something like that.
It might
Uh,
be
what-
worth. It might be worth the money
Hey.
to find out what it was, dude. I don't know. That's
What was that flight like, man? Like that's what is that? Like 18 hours? Something
Advil,
like that?
Advil
12 hours?
PM. Advil PM when I left Canada. Woke up about an hour, and I was in Japan.
Because I know Australia is like 24 hours or something like that.
It
It's
was.
like 20
It's 13 hours.
dude.
Yeah, there's been people that get blood clots on that flight because
Australia?
that have that problem. I actually
fuck
know
that.
someone that her and her husband went, and he never had the issue here, but he got put in the hospital because he developed blood clots, and they said it was from sitting still on that flight to Australia.
No, dude. I promise
Man.
you, like the plane, when you get up from your seat, the middle of the aisle is about as wide as this room.
yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
fly different planes to do
Mm.
that. That was kind of
Yeah,
And
like
I flew to Ireland, and like I got up every 3 hours or so. I mean, like even through the night, like I would sleep as much as I could, but I would get up and like walk around because there was.
I've never done anything like that. I've flown out to California.
Yeah.
And that's tough for me.
Yeah.
Really?
nonstop. Yeah, I mean, I don't like.
Was that 6 hours? Something
Confined
like that?
spaces.
Yeah,
No,
what
it's
is it?
3.5.
Four
and a
hours.
half?
4
3 and a
hours
half
on a
hours.
plane is
Yeah.
it's tough for me, man.
Yeah. It's
like
a
I said,
long time,
I took an
long
Advil
time.
PM, passed out, woke up. Next thing you know, we're landing in an hour.
To be fair, like overseas flights, they are bigger planes.
Yeah.
They're designed that way
Oh,
on
for
purpose.
sure.
You know, like you, even like if you're in coach or whatever, like quote unquote, there's still a lot of leg room. There's a screen in front of you. There's like decent seat. Like
The only problem
size
I
or
had was
whatever.
the
It's
hopper plane from, I think it was from Ontario to Vancouver.
Vancouver.
That's the only like plane that I thought I was gonna flip out in because like I promise you, like I was gonna Hulk out because the top where you put your baggage was like literally like where my head was.
That's a straw in the sky.
Yeah, and I was like, and then my buddy, he's already passed out and he's leaning on me, and I'm all like, oh, like
yeah.
it was just a small plane, dude.
Yeah.
You know, nothing's worse than being on that plane and have the wrong person sit next to you, some big guy or something. And if you ever fly Southwest, if you've flown Southwest and you know that it's the open seating, right? So you just load in groups. And, you have to play. My Southwest game is, I'm looking down the aisle. Don't make eye contact. If Trent's coming down the aisle, I spread out like this. I
You
try
get
to
all
look,
wide.
I try to look as wide as I can, man.
Get all wide.
I don't want him sitting next to me.
Yeah.
I don't want that big guy sitting next to me for this whole
I
flight.
don't want that face looking at me.
So
all
if
day.
there's an attractive female or somebody small coming down the aisle,
Hey, no, dude.
I'm real
hey,
thin, dude. I'm
that
real
lat
thin.
game,
Hey.
bro. Them pull downs, bro.
I'm real thin.
you go from I'm like the what is like the snake that blows up real big and then comes back down when you
Yeah.
you really do. It's funny to play that game because the wrong person
Yeah.
sits next
It'll
to you.
change your whole experience. Yeah.
It's called that. It's that Forrest Gump thing where they told him seats saved. I remember on Forrest Gump when he's trying to find a seat on the bus. and they
Can't
go,
sit here.
Seats
Yeah,
saved.
yeah.
That's that Forrest Gump shit.
No, I'm the
man.
opposite, dude. I want to find two big guys to sit between because it's like a hug the whole time.
Fucking
You just like sit there like this right here. Ah, this is good.
all cozied up and shit, dude. Fucking snuggies and shit.
You
Dude.
don't have to worry about moving. You're just like,
Yeah, dude.
good.
Real quick, man. Kind of off of well, not really off topic, but just kind of it's a segue to a Netflix. To get that check from Netflix. Plug for Netflix shit, man. If you haven't seen it, dude, check it out. American Manhunt, the Boston Bombers, the Marathon Bombers, dude. That's a great freaking
Yeah.
special, a great special, man. Check it out. It's like 3 parts. Great. That one's great. And then the other one that I had was what was it? Sins of a Mother. It's a lady from Texas, and she gets involved in like this I don't say cult. It's the Saints of Latter Day Saints. What is it? LDS, Latter Day Saints. Anyway,
I thought that was. Isn't that Mormons?
I thought it was. That's what I thought it was
Right?
too.
It's like a Mormon
Kinda.
offshoot.
It's
yeah.
like it's
An offshoot.
it's a
Church of
it's
Latter Day Saints.
It's an aftermarket brand of
special underwear and stuff.
Oh yeah, for
It's-
sure.
It's Aldi Mormon.
Yeah,
I think they do.
but yeah, her name was Loria Vallow.
Oh, in
You
her
seen that
case
one?
still going
Yeah,
on?
it's still going right now. It's on. You can watch it on the
on Good
YouTube
Morning
channel-
America.
that YouTube channel where you
That's
can
where I
watch all the
saw that.
cases and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, she hasn't been sentenced yet. But yeah, man,
Law and crime. Law and crime.
that's the one it is. Yes,
Yeah.
that law and crime. But yeah, she got caught up in all kinds of shit, man. She was married, and then she met this one guy. She was into she got into like spiritual stuff, and I can't remember
He was
exactly what
cute too. Gee,
and then she met that guy at the end there, Chad. His name was Chad.
that's bad, Chad.
Yeah, bad Chad.
You got yourself a
Was that-
Chad.
Chad Daybell, that's what it was, and
Oh.
he was an author, and he used to write books about the end of times, apocalypse. The end of times, things come to, world coming to a crash, and he was one of these guys.
And
And
she fell for that.
oh yeah, for sure, man. She got a divorce from her guy, met with him, and then when they started dating, he took out his wife shortly after they started dating. He took his wife out and buried her in his house there, and she had 3 kids. She had an older son, and she had two smaller kids, and she ended up taking those 2 out. Or not, she didn't do it, but Mr. Chad took them out, man. You gotta check it out, man.
Hey, you remember what I said about my ex-wife?
Jesus.
And she didn't even know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, you gotta jump on 'em.
Hey, you gotta get him. You
gotta make
get
sure you
'em-
nip it in the bud,
Make
dude.
sure, like, hey,
the
make
bud.
sure she knows. I stomped downstairs after that episode, and I said, "You lay a hair on that boy's head,
Got problems.
we got
We
problems."
got problems,
It
man.
feel- It feels like when you meet somebody now, it's just got to be like, hey, are you into the LDS thing or what?
Yeah,
Like,
dude. You gotta check it all out. Check all them.
Red flags.
All the
Yeah.
boxes.
Yeah, check all them damn boxes, man, because you never know, that box not might be worth it. But
What was
yeah,
the,
so
what was the first thing you said?
which one? American Hunt, the Boston Marathon Bombers.
Did you
Dude,
s-
those guys there, man.
Dude, did you see the Marky Mark movie,
Which one?
Patriots Day or whatever?
No, it's off of that, right? It's
yeah,
off the-
it's
the-
the,
yeah.
the Boston Marathon Bombers thing.
Yeah, I didn't know, dude. I didn't know how much history was behind that marathon, dude. They shut the city down for that thing,
Yep.
man. Like I had no clue about that, man.
Dude, okay, so this was that movie actually was in the video round this last week for trivia.
Yeah.
And it had John Goodman, was in it. Kevin Bacon was in it.
Hangover.
Marky Mark was in it. There's a ton of people. I think Michael Pena was in it. There's a ton of people that was in
Yeah.
this movie, and one of the things that they were struggling with was they didn't know how to approach this because they knew that if they called it terrorism,
Yeah.
then it wasn't a local thing anymore.
Yeah.
They were trying to decide like how they wanted to like categorize this crime, because if they said it was terrorism, it became a political thing.
Oh,
It
yeah.
became a national thing, an international thing. If they just said that it was a bombing, like a local bombing, then they could like handle it like locally. And so the game within the game was like, what do we even call this? What do we even label this as? You know, and it just became this like inner like within the with I'm sure the
No, that's what I was gonna get on. Is just that's the problem that we're having is because like there was 3 people in charge, and I guess the guy, I think his name was Ed Davis. He was the guy in charge of the police and shit.
Yeah.
And when they finally got the photos, and they finally, the way they broke it down was great. How they broke it down, how they saw these guys, because that's when technology, that was the first time technology helped
that
taking
was
them
John
down.
Goodman in the
Yeah.
movie, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. So they said the technology, and they went all these cameras at these restaurants and stuff, because that's what it was. They make a big deal where it ends. You know, they have the town shuts down.
Yeah.
They have these bars, people are hanging out, cheering on the marathon runners and whatnot. And those cameras caught the first guy, the older brother.
Yep.
And they had the black on and shit, and it showed the camera where it.
With his backpack
And also,
shit.
the way they got it is they had tons of photographers taking pictures, right? And
Yeah.
then something got loaded up, and they said they could see that guy, the older brother. They could see him in the picture in the back. He had the backpack on. He didn't fit.
He didn't fit. He
He
was
didn't
the
fit.
person that
He
didn't
stuck out.
belong, right?
And they looked at that, and they said, "Well, let's go to that camera in front of that restaurant." And they did that, and that's how they broke it down. They went to through the photography. That's how they got. That's one of the ways they caught these guys. And the other way was, not to get too deep into this, but anyway, so that's the technology is when they first took these guys down. So back to that thing where you were saying is like they had a problem because they saw, okay, these guys definitely not Americans. They're they're brown cats, and that this is right. This is a bad time. And so they were
They don't
battling.
have Iron Man tattoos.
They were having
It was 5-6 years after 9/11.
yeah, so
something
it was
like that.
very fresh in the head,
Yeah.
in the minds of everybody. And so that's the battle they have. Do we release their photo of this shit? The guy's like, we're gonna release their photo. And when they did, dude, it was a fucking shitstorm when it happened.
Yeah.
Because after they released their photos of them, they started going more on a rampage, and they did more shit. They did more shooting.
Did that movie or show go
Yeah.
into the bomb or some of the victims of that? Because
Yeah.
that bomb, I watched a deal, and it wasn't about that. It was just talking to a couple of victims.
Mhm.
Not, so many people were hurt
Yeah.
because it was in that crowd. This thing was filled with nails.
Yep.
Yep. Crock pot.
And
Was it crock pot?
yeah,
bomb?
like
a crock pot
and they also
bomb, yeah.
they
So-
stopped selling them for a while.
I mean, certain
pressure
people
cooker.
just had
Yeah.
arms or
Yeah.
legs just
Yep.
maimed from
Yep.
shrapnel
Yep.
from this thing. They didn't die. They
Well,
weren't life threatening, but
no.
they were just
It was like they were just
Completely, yeah.
mangled.
'Cause I think
They were just mangled, and that was one of the things was like they set this bomb off, and that was what was so scary is we're not talking about people that are trying to destroy or like make a statement. We're talking about people that are legitimately actually like terrorizing people.
that was I guess that's what was so mean about the thing, right? I mean,
Yeah.
this thing is designed to come out and shoot nails at
To
everybody,
maim.
not to
Yeah.
take down this building or
No.
something,
To maim.
just to
Yeah.
maim people.
Yeah, man.
And it was crazy, but it was funny what you said about seeing the guy that doesn't belong. It always
Mhm.
reminds me of, I know one of your favorite movies and mine too, Bronx Tale.
Yep.
When that funeral or that bar scene
Yep.
rather, where and it is just a movie, but that's how it is,
Yeah.
right? There's that guy who
Yeah.
everyone's having fun and he doesn't
He's not.
belong.
He doesn't have a smile.
And
And see, Cologino saw him, dude. Cologino saw him coming across the room, man, and he
Yeah.
couldn't move. He couldn't say anything,
Yeah.
and he shot Sonny in the head, man. That was I love that movie, man. It's one of my favorites,
it's a
man.
good one.
Uh,
Plug for that movie.
yeah.
Have you seen
Bronx
Patriots Day?
Who?
Have you seen?
No, I need
Patriots
to
Day?
though. I love me. I'm a
Dude,
Marky Mark guy, man. I'm a big guy.
It's at the risk of like jumping on the bandwagon, like it is like a super popularized like movie or whatever, but like it genuinely is a really good movie about like that day. and like what happens that day and like the span of events. What was cool about it is kind of what I already said. It was the inside of uh, how do we catch these people with as little attention as possible.
Sure. Yeah.
Because that was sort of the thing is like you don't want to you don't want to pull this 9/11 thing
Oh,
where like everybody's freaking out and whatever, but you want to catch these people because they were dirty bombs. It
Yeah.
was just like it was only designed to like mess people up,
Eh,
and that's scary. It's obviously dangerous.
Well, you really don't want a bunch of crazies realizing how easy this is to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Um,
With bags, like just throwing something in a backpack and
Oh,
dropping
yeah.
it off and walking away.
walking away, man.
You know,
And then in every video, they show all those little surveillance tapes. They show all of it, little quick
creepy to watch.
creepy to watch. Number one, and then they did the timeline with all those cameras on the street, on that business there, and it was just weird how they just came in there, nonchalant, did their thing, walked back out, went home. The younger one, Zernaya, what's his name? I can't. The younger guy, the younger kid, the one that made it to the cover of Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
That kid. After the bombs went off, hour later, goes to Whole Foods, quit carrying on with his day, went bought some groceries, checked out, tell the cashier, thank you. It's just like it's weird, man. It's just
Didn't that
it's
make
weird
you
to see
sick
that
to your
surveillance.
stomach?
Yeah, it's weird to see the surveillance. It's just, but when your heart,
Well, it makes you feel unsafe, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the point of
Like
it.
the,
Is
like,
that you're
like the idea of being so flippant about it.
Yeah.
Like
Knocked it
I'm
out.
just gonna set this down and then go
Yeah.
pick up a sandwich.
Yeah, I mean, he moved on. The thing that it's I know the cops got him and all that stuff, but the thing that the hero that shit was the hero that should have been the hero in this whole thing was and they go deep into this whole thing. When these guys they're on the run and shit. After it happens, they're on the run and shit, and there's an Asian kid, and then it cuts to an Asian dude, and he's talking about I came to America for the American dream. I saw when I was at home back in Japan, I saw the American dream on TV. I saw these movie stars. I saw Hollywood. He goes, and I come here, and I'm here. I forgot how song. He went to MIT. He was going to MIT. Smart cat. He's in his car. I'm in my car. I came to America. I had a job. I bought my first expensive car because that's the thing you do. You come to America, you buy a nice expensive car, and I had a Mercedes SUV. I'm driving down the street. This is the day after this, or the day I think this is the day of when it happened. He's driving down the street. I'm at the stop sign. My window's cracked. Guy comes up to my window. He's like, "Hey, roll your window down. I want to ask you a question." He goes, "I'm a nice guy. I'm not doing anything." I roll it down a little bit. Guy looks at me. He goes, "Roll it down some more." Goes in there, gets in the car, puts the gun to his face and says, "Now drive me over here." They drive down the street. He goes, and I can tell when I'm driving, I'm nervous as shit. He goes, but I can see in my rearview mirror, there's a car behind us following us everywhere we're going.
Yeah.
He goes, we get to this destination, and the guy says, he has the gun to his head. He goes, just wait. And then the older brother, is in the car behind him. He gets in. They all get in. They start. The older brother's throwing more. What is this? More of what do they call those the pressure cookers. He's throwing more
Yeah.
pressure cookers in the car, and has all these materials he's got.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
how many were there?
just two.
There were just
So-
but bombs.
Oh no, they had
There
yeah.
was
So
a
what it is,
bunch.
they loaded up, right? They loaded in this guy, this Asian dude's. I think the Asian dude's name was David. They load up in his car. They go drive. They drive, and it's like, give me your ATM card. Take his ATM card. Stop at the ATM. Get some cash out of his account. And they're gonna say, he's like, guys, I'm running out of gas here. I don't have much gas. He goes, well, stop at this convenience store here. And the Asian guy goes, when he's at this convenience store, they're there. He's like, so what are you gonna do with me? You're gonna kill me? He's
Yeah.
like, no. We're gonna gas up. We're going to New York. We're gonna go do some more damage in New York. He goes, we're going to New York. You're gonna drive us to New York. We're gonna do some more damage up there. And then after that, we'll see if we're gonna keep you alive. So while they're getting the gas, they're pumping the gas. He goes, if I don't fucking do this and dive, I'm dead. He goes, so pops out, and because he's the real hero, he gets to the store, he goes to runs to another gas station, calls the police. He's like, man, I'm with these guys. Oh, well, initially when that guy gets in the car,
bomb had gone off. The original bomb had already gone off.
yeah,
at this
and they were
Yes.
this was like later in the day.
How many bombs went off at the?
Two. I think it was
Two went
It
off
was
at
supposed to
the-
be a third one.
Okay.
I think the third one.
Okay, there was a third one. The third one didn't go off.
Yeah,
it
it didn't
dud?
go off. It was
Yeah,
a
there,
dud.
there was 3 placed.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be 3 that went off.
Yeah.
2 went off, and the third one didn't. It was a dud. It
Yeah.
didn't happen.
But
But
but to say
there
all
was
that,
supposed
I
to
didn't
be
know.
like
I didn't know this part right here.
there was
Yeah,
supposed
so
to be a
this-
whole bunch more. Yeah.
So all that being said, like I said, I respect cops. You know, they're risking it. The cop died. There was one. They killed a cop at MIT. The two brothers, Nazar. How you say their damn name? Nazar. How you say their brother last name? Can't say it. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway,
There was 3 cops that were there was 3 cops that did die, right? In the
I know they killed one for sure. They killed one guy for sure. At the MIT, he was a security guard. It was his day off. He was being a security guard at MIT,
Yeah.
and they popped him and took his gun. And
I
that's how they
was
let it.
thinking 2 more died in the
The
2
bombing?
original
In
bombs.
the bombing.
I may have. I know that they were.
Or they got injured or something like that. There's 2 other ones that were like involved in the. I'm sorry.
No, you're
go ahead,
good. No,
go
you're
ahead.
good. No, I was just no. I was just saying, but that Asian cat, dude. If it wouldn't have been for him to
Right,
dodge off,
for him.
they'd have made their way to NYC, man.
Yeah.
That's what was their plan, to go to New York, man, and keep going, man.
Why always New York?
I don't know, man. It's the hub, man. It's I think
No,
that's the
like-
heartbeat of
Is it?
It's like the symbol of America or whatever.
New York.
Like the
Statue of
Statue of Liberty.
Statue of
like-
Liberty,
it's
you know,
like-
Big Apple. You know, you want to make
Yeah.
that, fuck up that apple pie. But
Golly.
it was just sad.
It's
dude.
always New York. Even in the movies, it's always New
One.
York.
Is
Okay.
that 2?
Just one.
Just the one, yeah. But anyway, check it out, man. It's a great thing. Great 3-part series, quick to watch, easy to watch, man. It's a great time, man.
It's
not a great time.
that's a
It's
wild
good watch.
story.
It's a good watch because it gives you a lot of information that you didn't know about. And
Yeah.
like I said, that Asian guy, man, hats off to him, and he had
For
balls of
sure.
steel, man, to fucking
sure.
just like, I'm booking
I was
it.
literally sitting here thinking because I didn't know about the I didn't know the driver was a civilian. I knew about the car, but I didn't know the driver was.
Yeah.
a civilian.
He was.
But you know, he was smart enough to know.
Oh yeah.
And you have to know
You
at
got to
that
do
point.
something.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, if I don't know you guys,
Mhm.
you hop in with me, point a gun at me, and we're going to commit these crimes. You're not leaving me alive.
no.
There's no way.
You're not
No
leaving
way,
me
dude.
There's no
alive.
way.
So
No way.
can I help the situation right now? Let me take a chance, right? And because
Yeah,
you're not going to leave me alive at the end.
Either way, you're dead.
That's-
yeah.
Yeah.
dude.
It's
Ah,
tough,
man.
but that
That's
still takes
that's
bravery.
heavy,
That takes
dude.
a lot
That's
of
heavy.
bravery. I mean, it
that's heavy.
you know, the coward in you, or the optimistic coward, I guess, would say, I'm just going to go along with these guys, right?
Yeah.
They'll let me out. They'll let me go.
Shit. These guys are hardcore, dude. I mean, you got to see the shit that when the cops were doing the showdown with them, like right after they ditched the Asian guy, and they're on the run, man. These 2 brothers are on the run in this car, in this SUV. They're on the run, and they finally get to the spot where the cops catch up to them, and it's crazy, man. They're in a shootout within a fucking little small town. It's a small town. I forgot what this little small town was called. Watertown. Small town, man. Like a New Waverly or Willis. Small town. And they're shooting in the streets, man, where it's a quiet, just a little good old American town. They're
Yeah.
shooting the streets with these 2 guys, and they're back and forth. And the cop says he sees they stop firing, and then he sees the brother do this thing, spark something up, and throw it. He goes, and I hear clink, clink, clink on the ground. They were doing those pipe bombs, throwing pipe bombs at the cops and shit. They just
Jeez.
lighten up and throw them at the cops and shit. They even did at the point where they were running out of ammo. The 2 brothers were running out of ammo, and the cop, they're shooting out with him, and then he sees him slide this thing out. It's another one of those pressure cooker thing, but he didn't clamp it down right, so the concussion wasn't. It didn't explode enough. It was just a small, and it knocked him down a little bit, but it wasn't did what it was. It didn't do what it was
Yeah.
supposed to do, man. But
Yeah.
dude, the back and forth with these was intense,
Wow.
man. They had
You
like
know,
actual. 'cause
I
people
knew,
had,
I'd forgotten
Yeah,
the
dude.
story that
yeah,
it had this dramatic ending
Yeah.
like that.
Dude,
I'd
there's
forgotten that part.
there's so much about the Boston Marathon bombing that people don't know about, and it's just because the original blasts, the 2 original blasts or whatever, like were so
They
devastating.
took all the story. They
Yeah.
took all the
That's it.
story.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But there's so much about the actual like workings of
What
this
was the
story
time
that was-
frame on this takedown as opposed to the bombing? How long was that?
101 hours until they arrested the last one.
Yeah.
101 hours until
Okay.
they lasted the
Two,
last
shit
brother.
sounds
3
like a
days,
movie.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, 101.
It sounds like a movie.
The last thing I'll hit on this before you, because I know the ending. You guys can check it out because everybody knows the ending. But I'm just saying. But this one last part I want to talk about that was intense, like out of a movie. So the older brother, the older one that passes away, they're shooting back and forth at these cops, right? A cop goes around. The cop he was off duty comes around and comes from the backside of them, and the 2 brothers are shooting at the cops, and the cop comes from behind, and he's at the older brother, and he's standing face to face with the older brother, and the brothers start shooting. He goes, man, we were 6 feet apart from shooting at each other, just like this point blank at each other. He couldn't hit me for shit. He was a terrible shot. He goes, he ran out of bullets, looks at his gun, and he throws it at the cop, and then the cop comes after him, goes at him, and starts shooting at him, and the guy just walks through the cop, like just, he's shooting him, and he hit him like he goes, I mean, I know, I hit him, as I'm a good marksman. He goes, I hit him 6 times, man. He just kept coming at me, and blew right past me, right, just pushed me out of the way, ran right past me, and was going at the other set of cops that they were down the road, and they were popping off at him, and then they finally got him down, and they had him down, they were gonna arrest him, and his, younger brother sees this, hops in the car, fucking guns it, tries to run over the 3 cops. Instead, he kills his brother, runs over his brother. But, dude, he didn't give a shit because the whole point was to take out Americans, the whole point was to take out people, But he took in the case, in that predicament, he took out his brother. He's like, well, that's the way. But the reason the back, so they give you a little backstory, and the reason why the brother was as tough as he was tough as nails. He was a boxer, and like he could have been the biggest boxer out there, but he wasn't gonna make it because the 9/11 thing.
Yeah.
The trainer that was training him said, because they interviewed his trainer, he goes, "This guy was gonna go to the Olympics." I mean, he could. They wanted him to fight for the U.S., but he's like, "I can't. America's not gonna accept me because of the 9/11 shit and
Yeah.
my name, and I'm a Muslim." He goes, "America's not gonna take me." So he goes, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna do this boxing thing." But he was set to be like the next big, huge boxing phenom, and he was just such a beast and so strong. That's why they couldn't, when they were shooting him. He's just an animal. Like when he was just vicious, he had a where he was gonna do what he was gonna attack. But I think that was such a good story, man. That part was it was so
Yeah.
intense, man. It was just the way they were explaining it. Like I said, if you watch it, it's so intense, man, because the way they're explaining, they're shooting this guy, and he ain't got no bulletproof vest
Yeah.
on. Like he's,
He was in
What-
Scarface
what-
mode.
yeah, man.
What was the name of this documentary? One more time?
One more time, American Manhunt, the
American
Boston
Manhunt.
Marathon Bombers.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was
American Manhunt.
intense, dude. It was intense. It's a great show, man. Like I said, I love.
I haven't
stuff
seen
like
the
that.
I haven't seen the documentary. I'm gonna watch
Yeah,
it
it's
tonight.
a
but
3-parter, really good, man.
You gotta watch the movie though. I want you
I
to
will.
watch the movie.
When next time we meet, I'll have the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
dude. So, yeah, man.
Patriots Day is the name of
It's
it.
Marky Mark, dude. You
Patriots
can't go
Day.
wrong. You got John Goodman in there too, man. You can't go wrong, man.
Kevin Bacon.
Okay, dude.
Kevin
On
Bacon.
a burger or
That
in a
was the-
movie,
that-
you can't go wrong.
Hey, that was the a burger.
Can't
and-
go wrong.
That
Can't
was
go wrong.
the video around this week was Kevin Bacon movies.
Kevin Bacon. Dude, Kevin Bacon's a shit, man. He's got
Kevin Bacon
got a
movie.
handsome nose.
Dude,
He's making a comeback.
Yeah,
He is, dude.
he's been in some pretty
he's a
good
musician.
stuff, man.
Him and his brothers get
Yeah.
after it, man.
The Bacon brothers. dude.
Bacon brothers, dude. Before I don't know if you guys got anything else, but I want to wrap it up before we wrap up. Go ahead.
Boy, now
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
we got to talk about this.
Go for it, dude.
We got to
Go
talk
ahead.
about this AI thing.
Go ahead.
This should probably be a full episode by itself, but I got to bring this up.
Go.
What's hit like pop culture news lately and has bled into political news is the rise of artificial intelligence. And the reason some of this has come up is there's a particular file that was uploaded to YouTube that has been taken down countless times just in the last couple of days.
Right on.
And it's a song that was released that was it was AI that took different like sound clips from social media, online postings, songs, whatever, from Drake and The Weeknd, and developed a song.
Yeah.
And so it's a completely 100% AI song that was leaked online. That was Drake and The Weeknd. It is not Drake and The Weeknd.
Yeah.
It's completely artificial intelligence. And we pulled up the file. I want to play it for you, and I want you to listen to it because I have to be honest with you, and I don't want to taint your opinion of it. If you listen to or like music by Drake or The Weeknd or whatever,
Those are two very popular artists, by the way.
yeah. And this is something that this sounds like silly and like joking around. This is 100% serious. This is something that was released that has garnered like political attention because it's painting AI in this position of this is dangerous for humanity.
But you know that Elon came out
Yeah.
and made a statement. And the article I read, he was
on Fox News.
The
I
head,
saw
of,
that.
the head of Apple, whoever's the head of Apple right now,
Yeah.
they were calling for a moratorium on the development of AI.
Yes.
That several big tech guys, they all
Yes.
came forward and they said, "Look, you guys as countries need to, put a
Regulate.
law against this, regulate
Yeah.
it right
Regulate
now,
it.
because we are on the cusp of AI being right there. It's getting to the point where we're going to flip a switch on that we can't turn off."
Okay.
So pretty much you need
okay.
to chill the fuck out.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm
Yeah.
fixing. We're fixing to play this file for you, and I want you to keep in mind this is not Drake. This is not The Weeknd. This is completely computer generated AI. Okay, let's listen to it real quick.
If you rickroll us right now,
No.
this
No,
is.
I swear to God, this is real. I swear to God.
You're saying that this is none of them guys.
No,
They,
absolutely
they
not
not.
them
never
at all.
said these words.
They never
They
said these
didn't pull
words.
these words out.
Nope.
Okay,
This is computer generated completely.
just using the octaves of their voices
Yep.
to make words.
Yeah.
This is fucking terrifying
Oh, yeah,
to
dude.
me. Yeah, I don't like him either.
So if
Nah,
we
man.
if we get
Yeah.
the lyrics like actually
Alright, you
printed
can
out,
cut it
Yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah.
like if we get their lyrics actually printed out, like will it say something that what makes it scary?
Well, the fact that they
Okay.
can do it.
That
Okay,
they
so-
they took somebody's voice and
Well, it gets
So first of all, the simple fact that these words were never said by these people. This is computer generated, based on the the octaves of their speaking range, the timbre in which they speak, and the fact that that AI can collect all of this intelligence and go, this is what this song would sound like if it was performed by blah 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 blah. So this song was released when it was first released out. Drake came out and said, "This is not me," and there was an effort made to remove that song from the internet.
it was a banger, bro. He didn't want he couldn't do it.
It's been removed.
It was a banger.
It's been removed several times. This particular clip that we showed, I'm not going to say who it was or whatever because I don't want to be implicated in any way. But we just happened to have access to the clip or whatever. But it was this big thing about how AI has control over anything that you tell AI to have control over. So the damage or the scare is not that AI will quote unquote ever take over a man or anything like that. The scare is you're not going to know what's real and what's fake ever again.
Well, I think there is another side of that too, and I wish I'd spent more time reading this article. I need to research it. I don't know if it was Google or something. They did an experiment where they said, the AI was started.
Yeah.
One of the first things the AI did is it developed its own language.
Yep.
Ah,
Yeah,
It developed its own language
That is terrifying.
that the programmers didn't understand,
That is
and then it
absolutely
started
terrifying.
feeding
dude.
false information back.
I've
That gives
seen
me
this movie.
goosebumps. Dude.
No,
That is crazy.
So they're looking at false data, their measurements or whatever they're looking at. They're looking because this AI immediately went into self-protection mode to where it developed its own language, and then it starts feeding data back to make you think it's not doing what it's doing.
I've seen this movie.
to disguise itself.
It's
Yes.
called The Age of Ultron. And you guys can tell me, do you think that Elon is our version of Tony Stark?
Okay.
Is he not?
Okay. Hold on.
Is he not?
Okay. Yes. But to be fair, Tony Stark leaned into. We're getting super nerdy now. Tony Stark leaned into his creations. Elon Musk has recently, within the last week, gone on all these news channels and said the downfall of humanity will be AI.
Yeah, he's saying pull back. This is
He's saying it needs to be regulated more than anything else that we do, because the simple fact that you just said AI created its own language so that the originators could not track what they were saying.
okay. So theoretically, there's an AI entity that's created, and it decides that in its knowledge that it needs to move funding around and do these different things, and all of a sudden your bank accounts are moved and they're different. Your information is different because all of these connected devices, it's making its own chess moves.
Oh, yeah.
Take on a small
and
scale.
You're
on a
so
small
far
scale,
behind it because, I mean, humans don't move and think as fast.
We
as,
don't
as
think that way.
No.
So on a small scale, think about this song that I just played for you, or that Jen just played for you. Like, think about this song. This is something that has never been done in real life. This is something that the computer said, this is what it would sound like if blah, 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 blah. That is absolutely horrifying to me.
Well, I mean, it seems innocent. It's a song, right?
The
But
computer is
it's
a
like
Drake fan.
It's like the tip of the iceberg.
Oh yeah, we're just getting started. Man. We're just getting started, dude.
No.
Also, it slaps, dude. It's a
Yeah,
good
so-
song, dude.
So
Hey.
AI.
AI,
that's
AI
something-
likes the fucking
We're gonna keep
Weeknd
our-
and Drake.
We're gonna keep our eye on the AI.
For sure.
yeah.
See what happens.
Have to. It's just like I think with political things, you could show you doing anything. It could show a president doing whatever the case may be.
It
You
could
know,
create a news
a
clip
situation.
and make it go viral before
Yeah.
anyone knew that it was
yeah,
true.
it's
or
not even real. Yeah.
Yeah. What's real? What's fake?
Yeah,
you
man.
know.
Yeah.
And if you don't think about this, it's not regulated at all right
Not
now.
at all. Nope.
Think about that, dude. It's not regulated at all. So anything could happen at all, and like no one would know if it's real or fake.
It could take control of air traffic control
Sure.
or
Yeah,
anything like that. I mean,
crash.
it could.
9/11.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Without any. Yeah.
Hey, so on that note,
Yeah, no kidding.
yeah.
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 Man. No, it's
That's a whole nother episode,
No,
man.
that's good, yeah.
AI is a whole nother episode.
yeah. I'm all about it, man. It's
we need to do our own little research on that because
Yeah.
it was very interesting. It's funny when you brought that up. It made me think, that's that article I really wanted to
Yeah.
spend time
Yep.
to read because it's
Look into it. We'll talk
crazy.
about it
Scary
again.
time,
We'll talk
man.
about it again.
it's either a
It's
scary
not going away. I mean, it's not going away.
it's either a scary time or it's what the future is, man. It's either gonna be a scary
Well,
time.
and that's that. Okay, I'm not trying to like dive deeper or whatever, but like that's like there's another side to it, which is this is something that can be really useful and
For sure, man.
helpful and whatever.
hey,
But-
I don't know whose lifetime it's in, but the dark ages are coming again, man.
Man, you
Yeah.
hit the nail on the head right there.
I mean,
Hey, I see it too, man.
That's it.
But hey,
Anyway, that's all I got.
No,
Anything else?
no. Yeah, I was gonna say me and the 52 and doing some stuff with Vinnie coming up in May, right, Vinnie? May 12th. 52 and Hollywood Nights doing something together.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Hold on, I'm
He
like,
said, I think so.
hold on.
I think so.
Hey, I'm coming back
Is
from
this
an
an
injury.
AI event that I didn't know?
Yeah.
AI created. Yeah,
Hey, I'm
yeah,
coming back from an injury. I hit my
Yeah.
head a few
No, it's all
times.
good, man. A
Yeah.
little CT action.
Oh no, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Another banger.
Yeah, dude,
Banger.
Come hang out with us, man. At the watering hole,
That's
the
good.
52 is getting involved in a lot of shit, man. We're doing a lot of things, doing a lot of outside projects, doing a lot of outside activities, and gonna hook up with the Hollywood Nights here. We're gonna have a little shindig here, May 12th. Come check us out, man.
Banger.
Should be a good time,
Banger.
man. Come check us out. We're hanging out with the
Yeah.
52, and should be see what happens, man. Let's see, get them choppers, get them hot rods out here, man. Let's do this shit.
Yes.
But that's other than that, I think I got nothing else, man. You got anything else, guys? Anything?
Full crew
Good?
back, man. I like it.
Man, back in the house,
I like
man.
it.
Everybody's full house.
Hey, like Rick Flair.
Woo!
The four horsemen.
Hey, do me a favor and check out. There's a new episode of Rogan, man, and he's on there, man. The newest episode of the Joe Rogan. I gotta check it out, man. I can't wait to see what he
Yeah.
talks about. I can't wait to see what Ric Flair talks.
Ric Flair, yeah.
Wheeling dealing, kiss stealing,
Limousine
limousine ride,
Yeah.
jet
plane
flying,
ride.
right there.
Somebody get these alligators off me.
This has been the 52 Podcast. We'll check you next time. Adios.
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.